Brees throws, and in for the touchdown is Cadet on the 50th pass attempt by Drew Brees this afternoon. Third, fourth quarter touchdown for the New Orleans Saints.
And what a really nice job by Travaris Cadet holding on to that pass. And Jalen Collins is breaking on the ball. Not sure. As soon as he turns up, here comes Jalen Collins. Good hit right there. Nice job holding on to it.
Brees, near side, Thomas dives into the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, what a steal he was in the second round. You saw the numbers that he's put up this season. But then he's got that competitive nature, and Sean Payton has talked to us about it. You know, we try to do walkthroughs, and we've got to tell Michael Thomas, hey, you got to slow it down a little bit. You know, this is just walk-through pace. Now, always wants to compete in everything that he's doing.
That's his 9th touchdown, new Saints rookie record. He had been tied with Marcus Colston and Dante Stallworth. Saints will go for 2.
Pocket protection, back of the end zone. Snead can't hang on. He does hang on. Willie Snead, touchdown Saints.
He caught that ball twice.
Well, 17 there. Joel, earlier he had the second biggest play, or not the biggest play of the preseason. He's had 3 catches on this drive, and that helps in red zone efficiency for sure.
Well, last week he was in street clothes. He got the week off, but fights through a little bit of a pull right there. Safety comes over, takes a shot.
Cadet a receiver. Brees throws, end zone. Touchdown, Cadet.
Well, that's fast strike offense, and New Orleans Saints have been as good as anybody over the years at this. Perfect throw, perfect execution.
And another touchdown pass for Drew Brees. 4th in this game. Brees to throw. Touchdown Saints. It's Willie Snead. Of course it is.
The aggressive play calling continues here, and you'll see the Raiders defense really fast flow on this play. And Drew Brees looks to the flat, but he knows where Willie Snead is going to be all the way. Watch Willie Snead right here, and then you're going to see some linebackers flow through the screen. Look how wide open Willie Snead is in the middle of the field.
Gain of 25 on that play. Brees, end zone. The catch is held on to. Brandon Cooks has a touchdown.
Well, Chris, this is the fast break nature of this offense that I'm talking about. Quick scores. You get a stop on defense. How many plays was that drive? About 5 or 6 plays. But watch him thread the needle. Brandon Cooks in the slot right here. The littlest guy, receiver on his team. Nice move on DJ Hayden, and just a pinpoint accurate throw by Drew Brees.
Brees on the run. Brandon Cooks. It's going to be 98 yards for a touchdown.
Well, let me tell you what, Brandon Cooks can fly. And we all know this. The Raiders know this. And yet, Ken Norton decides to put his corner, Sean Smith, man-to-man, and you cannot do this as a corner. Open up the gate, a free run down the sideline, and I mean, I know he's talented and he's tall. There is no way he's keeping up with Brandon Cooks. And we talk about explosiveness. It's back here in New Orleans.
And now Kuhn down, fullback split wide to the right. Your eyes light up.
Viable threat.
Brees, end zone, touchdown. Willie Snead.
Really well done. And again, the difference, could be this whole red zone performance. The Saints being very efficient in the red zone. The Giants aggressive in the series in the first half, going for it on a 4th down. And then penalties in the second half, taking them out of it. Right here, down the middle of the field. Good location on the throw. Landon Collins kind of closing in on that a little bit. Gets it to the back shoulder, elevated.
Ingram went to the left. They really had 3 defenders out there to cover 4 receivers, and it's a touchdown. You can see the Falcons waving at each other that they needed another man to go to their right. They didn't get over there in time. And another touchdown pass for Drew Brees.
Throw a quick screen. You got 3 receivers as lead blockers. Brees can throw the isolation slant to the bottom of the screen or the quick screen to the top of the screen, and you throw a pick 6, Sean. And you come out there with your offense and take it right down the field again. I call that football character. That's a great drive by this Saints offense.
The running backs, Brees, flips, touchdown, John Kuhn.
Well, Drew Brees does a good job manipulating this defense here. Gives you a lot of movement. Makes your eyes, as a defender, look at distractions. He comes back on a misdirection and finds John Kuhn pretty much wide open for that touchdown.
Brees throws, end zone. Did Michael Thomas hold on? Yes! Touchdown, Saints! Seemed like Brees was going there from the snap.
Well, this young kid has really started to develop into a great wide receiver.
Three wide receivers in the game. Brees going underneath. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, the rookie out of Ohio State. Just a little simple play over the middle, and the Saints widen the lead.
I love route control from an offense that really understands defensive coverage. And one of the great things on this play, obviously the touchdown goes to Michael Thomas, but the great thing here is Mark Ingram right here. He's going to hold Kuechly on the outside. So you eliminate him from being in the middle of the field. That opens up that whole area for Michael Thomas to work. If you do that same route with Mark Ingram out of the backfield.
For a first down, they motion Willie Snead. Brees gets time, throws, and a great catch by Kobe Fleener, and he goes in for a touchdown. Beautiful grab.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, Sam, because I think something was wrong in that play because Willie Snead and Kobe Fleener are about 5 yards apart. So I think they both took the middle of the field, and there's Willie Snead, and he actually gets a block for Kobe Fleener. So even when there's a mistake with the Saints offense, they still find a way to get into the end zone.
Two guys in the same area. Kobe Fleener grabbed it. Brees gets time and goes deep, and it's got Brandon Cooks. The race is on, and Cooks wins the race. Touchdown. Yards. Brees to Cooks.
Didn't they have a 98-yarder earlier this year? Holy cow. We talked about the corners here. Brandon Cooks, number 10, on the outside, pushing it up. You can't sit on that, Zach Sanchez. You're not going to get hurt with a 10-yard completion. You are going to get hurt with an 87-yard touchdown over the top.
Coleman motions. Brees looking. Fakes. Throws into the end zone for Josh Hill.
And the ball comes loose. It's incomplete. The Saints want a touchdown call, and the official's still talking it over.
After reviewing the play, the runner had 2 feet, had control of the ball, then the ball was knocked out after he got down. It's a touchdown.
Challenge works.
With a timeout. And in addition, since this is their second successful challenge, New Orleans is allowed 1 additional challenge in the game. The 15-yard penalty for roughing the passer will be enforced on the kickoff.
All right. Well, Mike Pereira, what'd you see?
A lot to announce there that Walt Anderson had. But here's
3rd and goal. Brees looking end zone. Can't find anyone. Moving to his right. Now he throws. And it is Coleman for a Saints touchdown. Brees needed all kinds of time. And then Brandon Coleman was the target, his first touchdown of the season.
And Brandon Coleman, we haven't seen him the entire game. This is his first catch. But what he does a great job of just staying alive. Just keep working. Find some open space. That's exactly what he does. And Drew Brees finds him with the perfect throw.
Josh Hill 89, John Kuhn 29. Catch is made and taken in for a touchdown by Brandon Cooks. So they surprise the Chiefs with the formation, and it's Brees to Cooks for another Saints opening drive touchdown. Now 4 straight games, a new franchise record.
Well, Kenny, you did a great job of describing that, because formationally, they get you all confused. Tight end up here, fullback down here. What you get your best wide receiver, Brandon Cooks, one-on-one against Frank Zombo. A good player, but a linebacker. That's a mismatch. So formationally, they throw a lot out there. It's all window dressing for getting the matchup you want. Beautiful execution.
2nd and goal from the Chiefs 3. Brees throws. It is Ingram, and he is in for a Saints touchdown. There is a flag.
We're going to see if they're going to call offensive pass interference. They ran traffic, and Drew Brees upset.
He ran immediately over to the referee, Clete Blakeman.
There is no foul in play for offensive pass interference. The block was legal because of its position. The goal of the play is a touchdown.
There it is, right there. But if the ball's caught within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, that is a legal block, and so thus it was picked up, and Drew Brees very happy.
On 3rd and goal, it's Brees for the quarterback keeper. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles Davis, the new offensive coordinator, up here in the booth.
How about the vertical?
About it. The last time I saw him do that in person for me, New Orleans at Miami, circa 2009, 2010, where he went over the top and scored one of these. I think he's done it since then. But boy, did he get a nice little jump there. And I thought they did a nice job up front because they were able to get those guys down and give them a chance to go over the top.
And here's the other thing where a quarterback does have that option. If those linebackers are so deep, right now they cannot beat you at the line of scrimmage if they don't time the snap. So that was Drew Brees. We don't know what the call was, but he saw that himself and trusted him. Now they have a formation to spread them out.
Brees throwing. Pass, caught, touchdown! Brandon Cooks!
Brian Dixon, number 20, is looking for the flag because it's a nice little run route for offensive guys, pick route for defensive guys. Right here. Take a look. He's going to be looking for the flag right here. See? And that is offensive interference. Now, the rule is you're allowed to block 1 yard off the line of scrimmage. So
3rd and goal from the 5. Brees dumps the screen to Ingram, who spins around, gets to the goal line. Touchdown, Saints! They convert better than 80% on 3rd and short, and they convert again. Touchdown, Michael Thomas!
well, this is the connection that's blossoming in New Orleans. The old guy, Drew Brees, and the rookie, Michael Thomas, and it's amazing to me how quickly this guy has gotten on the same page with his quarterback. This is just a back shoulder fade, playing press man, and stop balls out. Jimmy Ward has absolutely no chance. Touchdown, Saints.
When Drew Brees talking in this fourth quarter to create a gap, Brees hesitates for Michael Thomas, and it's Juggle. He caught it, and he fell in the end zone for a touchdown, Saints.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he's arrived. Michael Thomas, man. What a great catch, great concentration. Now, I don't know that Drew Brees had the confidence early in the year to throw this ball up to Michael Thomas, but he has emerged as his #1 receiver, and Tremaine Brock is actually in great position. Look at him. He's like, I cannot believe that he held onto this ball. I think it hits him in the back. Fantastic concentration. Big play touchdown for the New Orleans Saints.
First and goal from the 5.
Ready. We're waiting.
The fake, the rollout, the bootleg to the end zone, and the touchdown for a second time by Willie Snead, the 4th.
Really clever what they did. I'll tell you a few things as Edgar goes on, but Snead's to the outside. He's just going to go here. The coverage is great. Drew Brees was yelling opposite, and the defense didn't fall for it, because when you hear that, you say, oh, it's a run. It's going not right, it's going to go left. But Bradley Roby's there. Snead just got a little inside and kept his position and kept Roby from getting around him.
Kuhn is the running back. Brees to the end zone, wide open, Snead for the touchdown.
They run so many pick plays on the goal line. This is what confuses the defense. Here comes the slant. Watch Snead come out. He's uncovered. And at the last second, they make the adjustment. But they pass it off. See, that's you. Seattle had a lot of trouble with that play down here. Really was one of the big reasons why they lost to the Saints. And it's like a simple play, but hard to cover. You got to respect who you're playing against.
It's Brees. Down the field, into the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Brandon Cooks with 2 Broncos all over him. How did he do that?
They're there. The coverage is good. Drew Brees does an unbelievable job of moving in the pocket. All this is, watch the touchdown, but also watch the quarterback in the pocket. Moved up. And that extra time allowed him to throw it over the top.
Split high tower all the way out to the left. 4-man rush over the middle, and that is Kobe Fleener for the touchdown. A bullet right down the middle.
Yeah, right where Luke Kuechly would have been. We got Thomas Davis on one side. Now instead of Kuechly, you got David Mayo, and Drew Brees said, let's check him out, see how he does right in there. Boy, he threw that ball before.
And throws, and that is caught in the end zone by Brandon Coleman, who has seen no action in terms of being targeted tonight. And Brandon Coleman, second-year wideout from Rutgers, hauls it in, and just like that, it takes them 1 minute and 37 seconds to get a touchdown.
Yeah, Brandon Coleman had a big day against Atlanta, catching 7, and that's the backup. That's Robert McClain, who had to come into the game because of the injury to Leonard Johnson.
20.
Brees floats one, catch made, and Thomas is in for the touchdown.
Well, I know one thing. If you're Sean Payton and Drew Brees, all you do is study other teams' tendencies. Obviously, they know Greg Williams' tendencies. But I want you to watch what Gaines does right here. He has to read the run because he's expected to make a play in the run game if it comes out there. Gets no reroute. Safety's laid over the top. Touchdown.
On fourth down.
You ready? What's up?
Brees, touchdown Saints. It was Brees over the top.
Or you could do that.
Well, we threw his name in the mix because they were that close.
He presents the ball. It definitely crosses the plane. And unfortunately for Drew, he pays for this touchdown. Ogletree pops him right in the neck as soon as he gets over.
Well, look at the Brees to Ingram with no ram in front except one, and it's a touchdown, Mark Ingram.
Well, sometimes it's a guessing game on defense, what you're trying to do. And Greg Williams blitz the other side of the defense. Watch all these bodies come here, and they're setting up a screen out this way. Nobody there. I don't know if Mark Barron's supposed to have primary coverage, but somebody had a bust. He just strolls casually into against the New Orleans Saints is a win.
You ready? What's up?
Touchdown, Brandon Coleman.
Well, a couple of things happen here. You get the ghost motion by Brandon Cooks, and you see Jermaine Johnson's eyes get diverted because of all that was going on the back foot. Actually, I don't think it was his fault. I think he was expecting safety help there, but they get confused. They follow the wrong guy, and Brandon Coleman is wide open for an easy. Daunting for the Rams.
Tavares Cadet is in the game for the end zone. Catch made. Touchdown, Michael Thomas.
They're just playing cover two here. And Drew Brees is just awesome throwing this football in here. This corner's in the flat. You're going to see a safety come over the top. You don't really think that you can fit a ball between those two players in cover two, but Drew Brees, like I said earlier, he sees zone coverage. He dices it up, and he has great recognition and understanding with his wide receivers. Michael Thomas.
Not so sure for these two. Not looking good, but the Saints with the lead. And Brees. Cooks has it. Scoops the low throw. Puts on the Jets, and Brandon Cooks is in for a touchdown.
Chris, this is the most explosive offense in football. And they're 56. Their plays of 20-plus yards, 56 of them coming into this football game. And I got to tell you what, this ends up being a mismatch. Brandon Cooks ends up on Tyrann Mathieu, who's just coming back from shoulder, knee problems. And watch the afterburners. Ain't nobody catching him. Second long touchdown of the day for Brandon Cooks, and his offense is on track today.
In the last couple of seasons, Hightower fake to him, Brees with time for Brandon Cooks. He's open, and that's going to be a Saints touchdown.
Well, so much for that two-game, no-touchdown streak of Drew Brees'.
65 yards, his second touchdown of the game, and still 6 minutes plus remaining in the half.
Well, you're going to see a real breakdown in this Cardinals secondary. This is cover two. He's going to sit in the flat and watch your safety right here, DJ Swearinger, get turned around. All Brandon Cooks did was look to the sideline. He went with them, left the middle of the field wide open. Easy throw and catch. Big touchdown for the Saints.
Brees the other way, open. Cadet for the end zone. Touchdown Saints. He reached the ball across the plane as soon as he caught it. And the fumble recovery by Robertson leads to a Saints touchdown.
I want you to watch Patrick Peterson's eyes right here. These are greedy eyes right here. Look at him look at the quarterback. He completely misses the pivot route by Travarius Cadet. And that's close. Let's check this out on this angle and see if he has possession of this football as he crosses the goal line. That's close, man.
Any part of the ball before the knee touched, it looked like he got it right there. That's a touchdown.
I think that's a touchdown.
And it has been confirmed, as all scoring plays are. Cadet with his second touchdown of the season. Brees for a fourth touchdown pass today. And Michael Thomas has it. The Saints score.
What a catch. What a catch. A lot of credit to this throw, but Michael Thomas just climbs a ladder over Brandon Williams for this touchdown. This guy, he's special. He is really special. More and more I watch him, the more and more I'm impressed with him. Man-to-man coverage on the outside, one-on-one. My guy is better than your guy. Touchdown Saints.
His 8th touchdown of his rookie season, and I was going to say, coming back, Rondé, after missing last week, it's kind of a quiet number of catches.